Good morning, school. On Easter Monday, Pope Francis passed away, leaving the Catholic Church without a leader until a new pope is elected. In Latin, this period between popes is called intrigue vacante. And so I thought I'd take the opportunity to talk about the fascinating world of the Pope and the Papacy. From ancient traditions to some unexpected tales, let's explore the journey of the Catholic Church's top figure. Now, the papacy began with St. Peter, one of Jesus' apostles, considered the first bishop of Rome. Over the centuries, the role of the Pope has evolved, becoming a central figure in both religious and political spheres. Today, the Pope serves as a spiritual leader for over 1 billion Catholics worldwide. His responsibilities include guiding the Church's teachings, promoting peace, and addressing global issues. Beyond religious duties, the Pope often acts as a moral compass on topics like climate change, poverty, and human rights. Now, the history of the papacy is a complex and interesting one. For example, this is Pope Leo X, elected in 1513. When he was elected as Pope, he wasn't even a priest at the times. He was only ordained after his election. He was famed for his lavish spending and his extravagance and his patronage of the arts. Although not particularly known as an overly theological pope, he did support and invest widely in the arts and architecture of Rome. And then there's the macabre tale of Pope Stephen VI, who in the 9th century held the infamous Cadaver Synod, putting his deceased predecessor on trial. In January 897, Pope Stephen VI ordered the exhumation of his predecessor, Pope Formosus, who died about 9 months earlier. Formosus's corpse was dressed in his papal robes. He was seated on a throne in the Vatican and put on trial for perjury and assuming the papacy illegally. A deacon was appointed to speak on behalf of the deceased pope. Unsurprisingly, the dead pope was found guilty, and as a punishment, the 3 fingers of his right hand, used for blessings, were cut off. His papal robes were stripped from him, and his body was thrown into the Tiber River. However, this did not end well for Pope Stephen either, because this grotesque spectacle outraged the public and the clergy alike. Eventually, Stephen was arrested, imprisoned, and later strangled to death. Subsequent popes annulled the Cadaver Synod's decision, and Formosus's body was later recovered and reburied with honours. Now, you'll hear a lot over the next few weeks about how a pope is chosen. When a pope passes away or resigns, the process to elect the new pope is called a conclave. And this is how it works. Each pope appoints a Carmelengo, a senior official, to oversee the election and his succession. It's a very senior position within the Vatican. So the Carmelengo verifies the Pope's death or resignation and oversees the Vatican's administration during the interim period. What then happens is all the cardinals get together from around the world. Cardinals under 80 years old convene in the Sistine Chapel. And to ensure confidentiality, the chapel is sealed. They are locked in. And the voting process begins. Ballots are cast in secret, and you need a 2/3 majority to be elected Pope. Now, the way the elections are broadcast to the outside world is, after each vote, the ballots are burned in a special furnace to indicate the outcome of the election. If no Pope is chosen, the ballots are mixed with cartridges containing coal tar and similar chemicals, and this produces a black smoke. But if there's a winner, the burning ballots are mixed with potassium chlorate and other chemicals to produce a white smoke. Bells are also rung to signal that there is a new Pope. When the white smoke is seen, the official announcement, Habemus Papam, we have a Pope, is made from the balcony, and the new Pope will choose their papal name. Each Pope gets to choose their own name. Pope Francis, for example, chose his name to honour St. Francis of Assisi. This gentleman here, Pope Urban VII, holds the record for the shortest papacy. He lasted just 13 days in 1590. And there is a legend of a Pope Joan It's alleged that a woman became Pope by disguising herself as a man. Now, it's a myth that's been wildly debunked, but it has captured imaginations for centuries. Now, one particularly interesting tradition involves the ring of the fisherman. This is a gold ring engraved with the image of St. Peter casting his net, symbolising the Pope's role as the successor to St. Peter, the fisher of men. Historically, the ring served as a signet to seal official documents, and on a Pope's death, the ring is destroyed by the Camerlengo using a special hammer. This act signifies the end of the Pope's authority and prevents any misuse of the seal. Now, the Vatican recognises 266 popes in an unbroken line going back to St. Peter. Now, regardless of your own personal faith, the election of a pope is an important moment. The Pope, as we said, serves as a spiritual leader for over 1.4 billion Catholics worldwide. His guidance influences not only religious practices, but also moral and ethical perspectives on global issues. The direction he sets can affect the Church's stance on matters such as social justice, human rights, and interfaith relations. In essence, the election of a new Pope is not merely a procedural necessity, but it's a momentous occasion that shapes the future of the Catholic Church and its role in the broader world. We look forward to seeing events unfold over the coming weeks. Okay, thank you, school.